Hi, this is Inspiration Daily for November 18th, 2021. I'm Gina Greenlee with GinaGreenlee.com. So, if you've been following my Inspiration Dailies, you know they take on themes. So, 2, 3 days in a row, I might be, I was on a theme around inspiration around riding two wheels full time, which is a Suzuki Bergman 650, which is a scooter, goes 120 miles an hour. A lot of people think scooter and they think some little putt-putt goes 35 miles an hour max. Actually, this thing goes 120. It's a beast. It's a mini beast, but it's a beast, this thing. So something will inspire me. That's how ideas are. One of the inspiration dailies I quoted, it's a quote attributed to John Steinbeck. But you never know nowadays. There's this guy online, quote investigator, and he tells you how, the quote, everybody thinks the quote is Abraham Lincoln, but it's really somebody else. It's like the quote that everyone attributes to Nelson Mandela, but it's really Marianne Williamson, because Nelson Mandela read it as part of his inauguration acceptance when he was elected president of South Africa in 1994. So, anywho, the quote attributed to John Steinbeck is, ideas are like rabbits. You get two together, and the next thing you know, you have a farm, right? So that's the thing. One idea begets the next idea, and so with that as a context, Inspiration Daily for November 17th was Rocky Horror Picture Show and a link to a behind the scenes clip of the making of the movie, because it started as a stage play. And so today's inspiration is a clip from more recent the Graham Norton show. I don't have a television, as I've mentioned, but I do watch clips on YouTube. And I love Graham Norton. I stumbled on him years ago, and he actually lets his guests talk, and it's just like, it's a completely different format than how the American talk shows are, because they really aren't talk shows. It's the hosts kind of bloviating, and you don't really hear from the guests, and but you really get to hear people talk and have conversation, which is really nice. So to that end, my inspiration for today is a clip from the Graham Norton show that aired, in the last few days, and it's the story of Ron Howard, the American director. Ron Howard is telling a story about how his directing career began, and it began with. You might be familiar with the expression, when one door closes, another one opens. An expression I coined is, hell no, love God. Sort of like the thing that you want. No is a response to your dreams. So anyway, I'm going to let Ron Howard tell this story, but it inspires me. I'm always inspired by high-performing people. I did another Inspiration Daily on Michael Phelps and the American Olympic swimmer. So I'm always inspired by high-performing people, and I'm particularly inspired by high-performing people in the arts. And I grew up watching Ron Howard, as Opie in the Andy Griffith Show, and then I remember when he first started directing, and no one knew at the time that this was always his plan. But he tells the story in this clip of when he was in Happy Days, and how when Henry Winkler came on the scene as the character Fonzie, and that became historical. I mean, the whole show became centered around him when Ron Howard's character was actually the lead, and how so Ron Howard tells the story of how the producers and the creators of the show were disrespecting him in a business sense. They wanted to put Henry Winkler's name over the credits. He didn't get into all that. That was in the comment section. But the bottom line is that he didn't take any of that personally. He understood, because he had been a child actor. He understood that it was a business and it was very competitive, and he had come out of directing school. He had taken a hiatus of directing school to take advantage of this Happy Days opportunity, and if he had not had that kind of a treatment from the creators of the show, he says he might, that gave him the push he needed to go back. He knew he was going to go back and to directing school, but to really go back and take it to the next level. And I just find that inspiring. And and I love his telling of it. He seems so grounded and so clean of heart and spirit in the telling of it. And I find it deeply inspiring. So, and I hope you do as well.